Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Camille. This is 88 Fitness Training's YouTube channel. And today we're gonna cover the hotel workout series. It's a brand new series for you guys. We're gonna show you how to work out for hypertrophy no matter where you are. So we're gonna take you through arms, biceps, chest, back, legs, shoulders, all body parts, including abs, what to do using limited equipment. So definitely stay tuned, check it out. You don't need a fully stocked gym to get a really great workout. With the right plan and a little creativity, you can definitely get those gains, y'all. So today I'm going to take you through a hotel workout series. We're going to show you all the typical equipment that you'll have and then exactly what to do for each body part. If you've already seen other videos in this series, go ahead and fast forward through the gym equipment so we can get right into this leg workout. So when you're on travel and you're at the hotel, there's a standard set of equipment that you usually find, at least if your hotel's worth a darn. So first things first, you're gonna see a cable crossover machine similar to this one. And they're really great pieces of equipment. In fact, if this is all your hotel had, you could get a fully great hypertrophy workout with this. They usually have 2 cable towers here, where you can hook up different attachments. You usually will have a set of D handles at the hotel. You'll have a rope usually, and then usually there's some kind of straight bar as well. So right here, straight bar. So these are the 3 standard handles you'll find. Sometimes you'll find some other things, specialty bars. For instance, you'll sometimes find one of these longer bars like this, and even the sport handle bar like this. It's a tricep bar. So those are the standard pieces of equipment that you'll find at the hotel in terms of the cable crossover machine. But that's not all you'll find, so let's keep going here. Next, you'll find an adjustable bench. And this is pivotal for us to be able to get that great workout. So just like this, it can go from all the way upright, so you can do seated curls and seated exercises, to your typical incline. You can do a lot of chest activities, to all the way flat, just like this. The only thing this bench isn't really great for is doing decline work, but sometimes, depending on what's available, we can rig up a decline bench as well. But every hotel gym usually has an adjustable bench. So there you have it, there's that. Next, you're gonna find the dumbbells. There's usually a small 3-tiered, 4-tiered dumbbell rack. They'll go from 5 all the way up to 50 typically. That's a standard set for dumbbells. Sometimes maybe it's a little less, maybe they'll go to 35, but nevertheless, you're definitely gonna have these smaller dumbbells, at least 5 through 35. If you're lucky, they'll go 5 to 50. Last but not least, you're gonna find your core ab balance type of equipment. There's usually a stability ball, a couple different options for med balls, and then of course, a yoga mat. All right, y'all, so that's all of the equipment that you're gonna find at your hotel gym, from the cable cross to the adjustable bench, to the dumbbells, and then the core equipment. All really great equipment, but now let's go ahead and get into an actual workout, because that's why you're here. When it comes to training legs at the hotel gym, it can definitely be a challenge. You really have to focus on picking the right exercises and intensifying them through drop sets, sandwich sets, supersets, all of those great intensifying techniques, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. So let's jump right into it. Typically when you warm up for leg day, you're probably doing leg curl, leg extension machines, but unfortunately you don't have that at the hotel gym. So a great warm up that you can do are bodyweight squats as well as hip thrusts. So just go ahead, take your time. You want to get about 10 to 20 reps of each one. You really just want to make sure that all of your joints, ligaments, muscles are fully warmed up. You know, on leg day, the knees can be problematic if they're not fully warmed up and you're, you know, trying to lift heavy sets or intensify. So make sure you spend just a little bit of time here getting these squats in, getting the blood flowing. And while you're doing that, you also want to be mentally preparing for leg day. Like I said, it's a whole nother animal, right? So we need to make sure that we're mentally ready to hit those levels of intensity. All right, so there were some squats. We're gonna go ahead to our adjustable bench and hit hip thrusts. So drop those hips down, come up, squeeze them. Hip thrust is just a really great glute activation exercise to begin with. So hence the warm up. It's a great place to start and maybe even end your workout. So go ahead, hit that 10 to 20 reps, 3 to 4 sets. And then by then, everything should be pretty warmed up. If not, keep going, but you don't really want to fatigue and wear out on your warm-up sets. You got to save that energy for the actual sets. So let's go ahead and start with set 1. So the first exercise is going to be a compound exercise. So it doesn't differ than any of the other videos that we've been filming. We're going to start off with a goblet squat with a dumbbell, superset with cable squat. So pick a pretty heavy dumbbell for the goblet squat. All right, we spent the time to warm up, so go ahead and get something pretty heavy. You know, you probably can max out your dumbbell rack, but maybe do a lighter set for 1 or 2 before doing that. So we're gonna go ahead, grab the dumbbell, have it at chest height, and then with your feet hip width apart, we're gonna get deep into that squat, come back up. Go ahead and pause momentarily at the bottom before coming up. That ensures that your quads, glutes, everything's in the stretched position. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna hit our 10 reps. For the sake of the video, we'll say that's 10. And then we're gonna go right into a cable squat. If you've never done these are pretty awesome. So go ahead and grab that straight bar, connect it down low on your pulley, and then just take a few steps back and get deep in that squat. The great part about the cable squat is you usually can hit pretty deep range of motion. And same thing, pause down at the bottom, come up, squeeze those quads, just like this. So this is our first superset. It's a pretty nasty one. You wanna do 6 to 10 reps each part of the exercise. You wanna do 3 to 4 rounds. And of course, hit a drop set on that last 4th set, y'all. So make sure you pick a heavy weight, load up that cable tower, get it in. Our second leg exercise is gonna be a dumbbell swing lunge. So we're keeping on with those compound exercises. Remember what I said, you definitely wanna prioritize that because it's the most bang for your buck. So grab a pretty heavy set of dumbbells, something that you can do about 10 to 12 lunges per leg, and then we're gonna go ahead into our swing lunge. So get deep into that lunge. All right, and then straight, oh, I need more room. All right, and then straight back, just like that. So forward, back. We're staying on the same legs each time. All right, once you get to 10 or 12, go ahead, switch out the leg for the other side, just like this. Now I picked swing lunges because they're gonna target both the quad and the hamstring and the glute, and they're all compound exercises. So super nasty. And most people, you know, are not out there doing swing lunges with 50-pound dumbbells. So it has a great potential to progressive overload. It's gonna provide all that mechanical tension. So really great challenging exercise. All right, it's only been a few exercises and my legs are already starting to get fatigued, even just from demoing this. So it's a pretty nasty workout. Next, we're gonna keep with the unilateral work. We're gonna go into a Bulgarian split squat. So go ahead, grab your dumbbell, get into position here, set the foot. There you go. Now you can do these different ways. It's really up to you. You can hold dumbbells in both hands. I like having a dumbbell in the opposite hand to the working leg. It allows you to kind of use more of your glute muscles. But same thing, get deep into that Bulgarian, come up, squeeze the leg, just like this. 10 to 12 per side, you know, and if you pick the right weight, this is going to be intense. This is something where you're just gonna have to grit through it and get it in because it is definitely a tough one. Most people don't like doing these, but they are really effective for building up the leg muscles. All right, we have absolutely murdered our quads, y'all. We've done some super nasty compound exercises. Now we're gonna switch to really focusing on the hamstring, and we're gonna do an isolation exercise. So I'm gonna pair hamstring leg curls on the stability ball with cable stiff leg deadlifts or RDLs. So go ahead, get your yoga mat, place your feet on the ball. You're gonna raise your hips up and then curl those legs underneath, just like this. If you've never done this, it's pretty nasty on the hamstrings. Go ahead, hit your 10 to 12 reps, just like that. We'll say we're at 10. And then you're gonna get up and go right into your RDL on the cable. So take several steps back, just like that. Feet hip width apart, hinge at the hip, slight bend in the knees. Go until you feel that stretch on the hamstrings, but you don't wanna round the back, so keep the back pretty flat. And then come up, squeeze. Make sure you pause momentarily in that stretched position, just like this. Now you should be able to get pretty deep into that weight stack. So load up the weight, make it challenging for yourself. You know, and the beauty of doing the leg curls on the ball is that we actually were pre-exhausting our hamstrings. That way we didn't have to go as heavy. That way you can't fully, you know, peg out the cable tower. So make sure you make it super hard on yourself, and definitely hit a drop set on your fourth set. Well, that is our hotel leg workout for you today. It was pretty nasty. We did 4 exercises, all really intense. You know, we start with warm-up activation sets where you're doing the body weight squats and the hip thrusts. Really important to make sure everything's warmed up. From there, we jumped right into cable squats, and I really love those because you can get really deep. You know, it's all about hitting that perfect form, focusing on all 3 parts of the rep, right? And pausing definitely in the bottom portion. So we had that superset with goblet squats. We went ahead and pre-exhausted with the goblets right into the cable squats. So that alone was pretty nasty. Your quads should definitely be feeling it, you know. From there, we went into swing lunges, which are great. You know, forward lunges are more quad dominant, reverse lunges are more hamstring dominant. So by doing the swing lunge, you're getting the best of both worlds, which is good. I mean, we're trying to also maximize our time in this hotel space. So being able to get a little more in with the same exercise is also a really great thing. But load up the weight, y'all. Like, most people don't like doing lunges, right? So you don't want to progressive overload. But if you can do more than 10 per leg, go ahead and grab a heavier set of dumbbell. You know, it's rare that I see anyone doing swing lunges with like a 50-pound dumbbell. So even though you're at the hotel, you know, you have the ability to go hard, to go pretty intense with that. All right, so our legs are pretty murdered after that, but we went ahead and did the Bulgarian split squat. With this one, you can do it different ways depending on what you're trying to solicit. You know, if you want more quads, just make sure your torso's upright. You want more hamstring and glute, you can lean forward a little bit in the Bulgarian. So play with it depending on where you're maybe lagging at. And again, load up that weight. If you can do more than 10 per leg, get a heavier dumbbell. All right, so from there, we switched into doing some isolation work in hamstrings specifically. So we started with the leg curl on the ball. And y'all, every time I do this, it locks up a hamstring. I don't know what it is, but it's nasty, it burns. It's a really great way to really exhaust those hamstrings. And we superset it with a cable RDL. If you've never done the RDL on a cable, it is a whole different ball game. It feels completely different than doing an RDL with the barbell because of the pull line of where the resistance is coming from. So just because you're at the hotel doesn't mean you can't hit some of these foundational lifts. So go ahead, crank up that weight, hit that cable deadlift, and don't forget to work some drop sets in there on your 4th set. That's what really kind of intensifies it to make sure we're going to get those gains at the end of the day. So even though that was only 4 exercises, there's some of the nastiest supersets that you can do for your legs. So guarantee it, you're going to be very grateful there's an elevator back up to your hotel room. So head back up, hit that protein shake. I hope you are enjoying this series. Make sure to check out the other videos. And of course, we have that leg playlist that you can take a look at. And as always, smash that like and subscribe. Camille, 88 Fitness Training.